where are we today? Yes, where are we? Are we lost? Not actually. We're actually along Seligi Road, heading up Sofia Road. So, in the past, there was a hill called Seligi Hill. And it's right beside me now, because it was renamed Mount Sofia. And if you walk up this road, Sofia Road, you'll notice some old-time shop houses here, and also an old school here, but also a lot of apartments, condominiums, old-style apartments along this road. So this is a old, how do I say this, middle-class neighborhood from the past. But as we head up here, if you turn left, you will head to the top of Mount Sofia. But we're not going to Mount Sofia. We're going to head instead to Mount Emily. And if we turn right here, we will head along this direction, which is right next to the Istana, or at least one part of the Istana. You can see there's a fence area here. And if you keep walking down, you'll reach Mount Emily. So just north of a much better known hill called Forbidden Hill or Bukit Larangan, there's a cluster of low hills known today as Mount Sofia, Emily and Caroline. These hills have a history. Yo, you guys out there in YouTube land, how do you do? So where are we today? Well, we are at another forgotten place. Yes, a very forgotten place, which is now a park. Just a park, a simple, basic park. But in the past, it was not a park. To find out what it was, the only way to find out is to join me for my adventure here. Let's just explore this park. So this is Mount Emily Park. As you walk along this park, you will notice it's just your ordinary normal park, with a few things different. This gateway you can see here, which is very unusual for a normal park, and trees, old rainforest trees. So yeah, especially like this type of tree here, which is quite old. Most parks do not have such trees, and so it does date this area to a older time. If you look downhill, also something interesting is there's actually a old black and white pre-World War II bungalow at the bottom there, at the bottom of the hill. And maybe just a bit of history about this place. Originally, Mount Emily was actually called Bukit Chawa or Bukit Jawa, depending on which map you're looking at. So this is Mount Emily. Even though it's not very tall, they still call it a mount. So this place in the past, I think it was 1878, this top of the mountain here was actually a reservoir, and it provided water to the town, which is down the hill. And so this hill, this Mount Emily, escaped, how do I say this, the fate of a lot of mountains, near to the city, where, for example, Mount Wellick, it was actually demolished, bombed out, cleared, dug out to be used as, land reclamation field, for the early land reclamation plans when the British were here. So they actually flattened a few hills, but Mount Emily escaped it. I suspect it's because it was used as a reservoir. One thing unique about this park is the trees. Look at these trees here, quite old. From the looks of it, it could at least easily be maybe 90 to 100 years old. Not many parks have such old trees in Singapore. And later, when Fort Canning, the reservoir at Fort Canning was finished, its capacity was much higher than this place. So what they did was, they actually closed down the reservoir here and turned it into a public swimming pool. And so up there, in front there used to be the first, or this place used to be the location of the first public swimming pool in Singapore. Yes. In the past, before all these condominiums were built around this area here, you had a better view of the surrounding area. So on my left, you would have been able to see all the way down to Bencoolen Street and Bugis. So like most parks, you do have a small little playground here for kids, but it mainly serves this area here, which is not very densely populated like other areas. So from the top of the mountain, Mount Emily, on this side here, if you can see further there, that's a CBD, and then directly behind these buildings is where Orchard Road is, down the hill. And then in that direction, over there, Jalan Besar. Yeah. Looking at the height of this tree, I suspect this is the oldest tree in the park. And then in that direction over there, past the trees, the building over there, I think it's Newton area. Yep. So we are at the top of a hill that's called Mount Emily. So at this site here was the location of the first public swimming pool in Singapore, like the one we are used to now, with fresh water and chlorinated water. And they say that this thing here, this arch here, is actually the original entrance of the swimming pool. Yep. So this arch here is the original entrance of the swimming pool. This is the only thing that remained of the first public swimming pool in Singapore. That's what they say. I mean, it does look like a old style entrance, old style design, Singapore logo there. Most likely it isn't. I mean, they wouldn't build something like this just for the park. They would have built a pavilion or some kind of small, simple structure. This one is actually built to last, this structure here. I'm just saying. Unfortunately, due to pure visitorship, the pool was closed in December 1981. It was demolished, and this place you see here now is where it used to be, and they converted it into this park. Okay, so that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed our adventure here at Mount Emily. Yep. Let's get out of here. So as per usual, you know what to do. Like, share and subscribe. Yep. I got Patreon, I also got PayPal. You can support me on those, or just watch some of my old videos. I got lots of those too. And lastly, but the most important thing, the thing that you have to do is to join me for my next adventure. I will see you guys around, but most likely not at this place. Probably someplace else. Bye bye. One thing I don't understand about this park is all the benches. You see the benches? Yeah, all are facing inwards.